When you think of food for Hanukkah, do you automatically think of cupcakes? Probably not. But I do, because these are olive oil cupcakes. On my blog many years ago, I made an olive oil bundt cake, and I decided to turn them into cupcakes for my cookbook. So let's make these vegan olive oil chocolate cupcakes together. One nice thing about this recipe is you don't need a stand mixer for it. You just need a couple bowls and whisks. In a large bowl, you're gonna do 1.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And just whisk that all together. In a glass measuring cup, you're gonna do 1/2 cup of boiling water, and you're gonna put 1/4 cup of chocolate chips right in there. And then just let these sit for a few minutes to melt. In a separate bowl, you're gonna do 1/2 cup of any non-dairy milk. So rice milk or soy milk, almond milk, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I just never measure that. I added the melted chocolate right into that bowl with the other liquids, and I whisked it all together, and none of that recorded. So just know that that part's really important. You want to add the melted chocolate with the boiling water to that. Then you're going to pour the liquids right into the dry. Then give this a good whisk to make sure it's all combined and smooth. Look how beautiful. I am putting chocolate chips right into the batter that I'm going to fold in. I like to use a cookie scoop for my batter. I just find that they're all perfectly even. It's very nice and clean. Just look how easy that is. This batter is going to make around 18 cupcakes, and now we're going to bake them for 15 to 18 minutes, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In my book, I also have Celsius, and I have all my measurements and metrics too. While those bake, I am going to unwrap all of these gelt. This is the most tedious part of the whole thing, so if you have any kids around to unwrap them for you, have them do it. The cupcakes are out of the oven, and while they're still warm, I'm going to top them with the gelt. These are going to be so cute. By putting the gelt on top while they're still warm, the gelt are going to start warming up a little bit, and they're going to stick to the top of the cupcakes. See how they're already starting to melt a little bit? If you put the gelt on before you bake them, they're just going to sink right to the bottom. They're going to lose their shape. I just love how these cupcakes came out, and they are so perfect for Hanukkah. And here's how the cupcakes look on local TV news. They are so perfect.